Welcome to Sister Scoot, where we are tackling the big three Marvel news topics of the week. The first is one we've actually had quite a few times, or talked about quite a few times, I should say, and that's more Daredevil Born Again set photos being, I don't know if I really want to say being leaked at this point. They're not really being leaked. They're kind of just being taken and then put on the internet, and it's really, like, it's not even shocking anymore. Like, it's not even new.
No. No, we basically know everybody who's going to be in season 3 by now. But the latest person who has been revealed to be in season 3 is Elektra, which I think, honestly, like, if you think about what we know about Spider-Man Brand New Day and the way that they've kind of been treating the Defenders universe isn't really that surprising. Matt survived. Why couldn't Elektra survive? And we're getting the hand anyway. So this feels, I mean, sure, like she's confirmed, but this doesn't feel necessarily like shocking.
No, and like I said, we've gotten a lot of leaked set photos at this point, so I kind of am not, again, like, leaked I'm using so loosely at this point because I really don't even feel like they're leaks. They're kind of just like, again, somebody is like, there we go, there's Daredevil Born Again filming. Like, it's not even,
I mean, they're literally on the streets.
That's what I mean.
Filming
like,
this out in the open.
If we wanted anything that's actually going to be shocking, like, they do more to hide it, in my opinion. So I don't think we should be that shocked, to your point. Like, we know about the Defenders coming back. We know the hands coming back in general. We see, like, we're going to watch that in a month in Brand New Day. We know the hands in that. So it's kind of like, yeah, okay. That, and also, like, the actress had said ages ago, like, I'd love to return. So it's like, once they say I'd love to return, you're like, okay, so Marvel's bringing them back.
I also, like, okay, I know I know the fandom is, like, so divided on this, but I'm not a Karen and Matt shipper. I prefer Matt and Elektra, like, just from, like, the comics. I think, to me, that's his more prominent love interest. I would rather we kind of play that out. We've talked about this before, like, huge Castle shippers in terms of Karen and Frank. So to me, I'm like, okay, if we want to play the romance route, I'm good with this, because this could create the pairings that I would prefer to see. Not that that's, like, the most important thing, but, like,
no, but that's
it is
fair.
a part of the show is their relationships. So, you know.
And I think we've gotten like enough of the Karen and Matt storyline, in my opinion. I'm prepared to see it go a different way. So I don't disagree. I mean, it's a part of the show, period, the end. But like I said, not entirely shocking. Honestly, I feel like this next one's not all that shocking either. And maybe it's just because I felt like it was, when you don't write a character off as in, like, literal death, in my opinion, they're always, a viable option to bring back. And that is that Hawkeye is, or could be, expected to be returning now in Doomsday. I'm not really shocked. Like, obviously, when you're telling me, like, who's in Doomsday, I'm not sitting there going, oh, Hawkeye's the top of mind. But I'm not, like, really thrown off by that news either.
Personally, if they don't have a cameo by all of the OG6, I'm including Natasha, because, again, this is going to be a multiversal story. So there's going to be a universe where Natasha is still alive. If there's not a moment, and I don't even need to see them necessarily together, but if there's not a moment where we get to see all 6 of them, I would be shocked. So the fact that, like, yes, to your point, he's still alive, but we are exploring a vast multiverse. He's still a character who's viable. We, know he has relationships with Kate, and they're supposed to be the, Young Avengers / champions are supposed to be in this film. Some of them are confirmed. So it's like, I just feel like this one is also kind of a no-brainer, but I'm happy to see the character. Like, I hate when we just, like, let characters be out in the ether. So I'm, like, happy that we're gonna at least get some sort of maybe closure with him. Like, maybe this is the moment we finally move on from Clint Barton. Is this the right movie to do that in? Debatable, but, like, this could be the chance.
Yeah, I mean, it's been 5 years, first off, so let's not forget that. It's been 5 years since we've seen him last in Hawkeye. And we did kind of have a semi-passing of the mantle. That was kind of the point of the show. And that's fine. I do think Kate is not ready to be in the full-blown Avengers, and Marvel made that decision already as well, having her be recruited into Champions or Young Avengers or whatever they end up fully calling them. So I'm fine with that, because, again, like, we didn't really write this character off. He's not permanently dead. They didn't, like, I mean, honestly, nothing really counts for being written off at this point. But he isn't permanently dead. He isn't like retired like he was, so he went missing for years before. I just think at the end of the day, it's not shocking news to bring him back, especially when you're bringing Chris Evans back, who like you did kill off.
Right.
So,
well, did you?
Well,
I
what
mean,
you
not
made him
really.
old or something? I don't know what happened exactly. At this point, they're retconning the background of that, so I don't even. It doesn't even matter. But yeah, I mean, regardless of you're bringing one character back who supposedly story was over. So I'm not shocked.
That's what
by
I mean.
this.
Like to me, the OG6 are gonna be in there. Like and they've also shown like just after everything that's happened that they're not willing to move away from them. Like bringing Evans back is like a huge indicator of that. Recasting Downey is a huge indicator of that. So if they're not going to move away from the OG6 because they feel like that's the pillar of the success, right or wrong, like then you're just going to have to include all of them. That's just, to me, that just makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree necessarily. I don't think they're going to be willing to move away from them until they commit to the X-Men.
I agree, because I
just don't think they will.
They haven't been telling good enough story. It's not the new characters. We talked about this a lot. It's not the new characters' fault. It's the writing that has not backed up these new characters. So, but unfortunately, they've come to the wrong conclusion that it's the new characters, that they need to go back to the old characters to have the success, when really it's just the writing has been weaker in the last, however many years, 7 years, which we could go on about forever.
But we won't. We won't. Speaking of Doomsday, though, let's talk about, there's been some more supposed leaks. Now, I'm not unhappy about this, but I'm going to preface this by saying if you're avoiding the leaks, shut us off at this point, because we are going to talk about it. I don't want to give this. Unfortunately for us, we don't have a choice. We like actively have to watch or see any leak that comes out. But if you're avoiding it, shut us off. Let's talk about the stills that have been coming out.
There's stills. There's someone leaked a trailer. I mean, like, it's crazy town over here. I don't know how we're getting these leaks. Like, I mean, if you think about what was happening, I get it. Like, people are, sharing it, but like when you think about what's happening in Infinity War and Endgame, like we knew nothing.
Yeah.
Like we, if I'm remembering correctly, which I'm pretty sure I did, it was a pivotal moment. Like we did not, that ending, nobody knew until people were seeing it in theaters what was going to happen. Not to say that people are sharing the ending, but like the fact that we're getting these leaked trailers, that we got all the leaked teasers, these still photos. Now, I will preface by saying, we live in an age of AI that did not exist, in the time of Infinity War and Endgame. People are saying that these are legit, that they're not AI, but you can never really know until you get an official something from Marvel Studios. That said, I mean, if this is real, this is insane. I
Correct.
mean, Downey looks so good. Like,
yes,
Doom looks amazing.
Yeah.
Watching some of the Avengers fight the X-Men, chills. I was just screaming. I was like, if this is real, this is everything. So I genuinely hope something like this or along these lines is actually what we get in the film.
No, I mean, I agree. I think it's interesting too, the timing, because we are coming right up on SDCC in about a month. So it's kind of interesting that now we're kind of getting some of this, which is what's making me a little unsure.
Right.
Just because, I mean, I could understand after SDCC things coming out, if they're showing things. They had a whole trailer that they showed, 2 months ago. We've seen nothing of it.
I know.
So I'm a little unsure about how true they are to a degree, just because the timing seems a little odd. We are gearing up a lot more for Spider-Man at the current moment. So I think there's a lot of that going on. I don't disagree that it looks crazy if this holds merit, but I don't want to assume.
Yeah. At the same time, though, there's a part of me that wonders if like they are testing the trailer they're going to show at SDCC, and that's what people were filming. Now, in these types of rooms, they are crazy about phone footage. So like I know when people were coming out of the CinemaCon panel, they were talking about, security was taking away phones and deleting footage. I would have to think if you're, screen testing a trailer, audience testing, or whatever you want to call it, they're going to be as strict, if not more. But timing wise, I could see them doing those early audience reactions to then make some tweaks before they do the full SDCC and post SDCC reveal. But I don't know. Like I said, they've been very, very strict. I mean, we still have not gotten hide nor hair of that CinemaCon trailer that, to your point, came out months ago.
Exactly. So it is something I say take with a grain of salt for now. I mean, there's a lot of factors. AI is one of them. We can't pretend it's not. I mean, it's not to say they also can't be accurate, but misleading. That's something we had with Infinity War. I still think about that scene of them all coming and running forward towards the screen. Clearly not in the movie. So there is still the ability to kind of throw us off. So take it with a grain of salt, but it does make me a little excited to see if maybe we're moving in the direction of getting some more like real content surrounding Doomsday.
Yeah. It's definitely interesting. I mean, if you look at the trailer that was released and the stills, they seem to match. Like, same characters. Steve looks the same. Why he looks like that doesn't match. That was the one thing. Steve has the full long hair and the beard, but we see him in the official teaser trailer looking like traditional, like clean cut, clean shaven Steve. So that's a little bit of a mismatch. Like, not to say he can't grow his hair out over time in the story, whatever, but like, why would he look like Nomad Steve when we know that we're getting like full cap looking Steve? So that was one where I was like, my little spidey senses are going off for that one. But
yeah,
you never know.
No, you don't. But we will just keep looking for Doomsday content as it comes, whether it's real or not, just to feed our brains. And in the meantime, this has been this week's Sister Scoop. So thank you guys so much for listening. We'll be back next week as we take on 3 more Marvel news topics of the week. And of course, make sure you guys are listening to us on the podcast side as well. And like I said, we'll be back. So see ya.